Hi viewers, hi subscribers. I didn't know that human trafficking and child trafficking was a serious issue. Yesterday I got a small daughter really, and I just came across this video. Or this is a side of very expensive apartments they actually knew. And what's happening with I watched the video yesterday, and it showed me how human trafficking, how seriously it is, and how widespread it is. And I started with a video, just like in a few places, like talking about the human trafficking of people like from Africa going to Europe, people from the Asian, what do you call, the Middle East, refugees finding their way to Europe. And the other case was for them how vulnerable Syrian refugees are, because most of the women and children, they're leaving behind their families and traveling alone and leaving their husbands to travel alone. So that alone, it just raised my eyebrows. Then I come across like the reasons why people do that, and I watched another video about China. I'm in China at the moment, and it shows how widespread human trafficking is. Even in South America, you come across this. There's some drug cartels. There's some brothels in the US, like you see women who are being trafficked for prostitution in most cases. And we came to this, not that I came to this, really I was trying to find out the reasons why human trafficking happens, right? And the vulnerabilities that people find themselves in when they are trafficked, how vulnerable they will be and how exposed they are in some serious and certain issues. The human trafficking and the kidnapping of children is the one that really affected me a lot, and how it happens, why it happens, and the victims when you see them growing up, and what they'll be subjected to in some cases, and the masterminds, the people who sort of participate in this, the criminal gangs. I was watching videos of child kidnappings. Really, I've got children myself, and it really affected me. And I wanted to find out why. And I found out, like, in most cases, when women are kidnapped, right, or they're trafficked, they become victims of extortions. They are forced into cases like into situations like prostitution. They become slaves, they're enslaved. Then we come down to the cases of men. Men are mainly kidnapped for slavery, right, to be enslaved. And other than being enslaved, it comes down to the cases of they're kidnapped for their body organs. The organ business is the one that's serious at the moment, just to extract their body organs. It could be kidneys, liver, whatever it is that's needed by the buyers. And the children, the really case which hurt me the most is how young children are kidnapped at a very young age, so that it happens that they will forget their parents, because they don't have a long memory. They'll be very young, and they're brought up in this environment. Sometimes they'll be bought by people who cannot have children. So they'll be thinking that those are their children, and in some cases they'll be brought up in slavery situations, slavery conditions, inhumane treatment. And yeah, and what are the governments doing? Because we got the Save the World, or sort of Save the Children organizations, and we got the UN. Really, nobody seems to be taking the human trafficking cases and issues seriously. It's something that needs to be done. Something needs to be done about the human traffickings, because I really did not know, but it seems like we're talking about worldwide. It could be up to something like a good over 2,000 people disappearing every half an hour. So can you just do the maths? How many people disappear every day? And I got to discuss this with my wife, and explaining, like, I didn't know that this situation was actually serious in China too. And she's like, you know, when kids are growing up, they're taught not to trust strangers. This is the reason why children are brought up and taught not to trust strangers, because of human trafficking and kidnappings. And it actually hits home. It actually hits home. I thought about it, like when we were growing up, especially growing up in Africa as a young child, we were told not to get into cars that we did not know. We were told to avoid strangers that talk to us that we do not know. So it really, it showed me that this problem is an old problem, is an old issue. But I don't think that is getting the spotlight, or is getting the highlight, and people are discussing enough about it. I think people are avoiding the topic, because if you had been aware of what's this, I forgot about it, but it was a media, internet, yeah, tour, like where people kidnap people, murder them alive. And you wonder if these people, their families, do they know that these people have been murdered, these people have been killed, and your relative disappears, and you hope to see them again, but you never get to see them. This is a serious issue where humans are subjected to really some serious inhumane treatment. That something needs to be done about this. So I might really take a look into it and see what can be done, and I'll be doing another video about this, because I still need to take a look at this issue seriously and really deeply, and do some proper research into this. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, leave a comment, and like the video.